Last year alone, there were more than 150 large-scale disasters in the U.S., as well as tens of thousands of home fires. The American Red Cross was there providing emergency shelter, comfort, and support to victims. To help support the efforts, the Stitch a Hug campaign partnering with the American Red Cross. Joining us today to talk about this campaign is Barbara Hannah Grufferman. Barbara, so good to have you here from Atlanta, Georgia today. Tell us about all of this with the Stitch a Hug campaign.
Thank you so much, Tom, for having me on today to talk about this very heartfelt campaign, Stitch a Hug. And what it is Red Heart Yarns, America's most recommended brand of yarns, and the American Red Cross have come together to encourage people all across North America to get out your knitting needles, pick up your crochet hook, get some Red Heart yarns, and then stitch or crochet a beautiful Red Heart Cares blanket, which you can then donate to the American Red Cross for people who are going through really, really tough times, maybe due to disasters, and are really in need and could use a nice, warm hug.
Absolutely. You know, and some of that stitching that I saw there, not only on the pillow, but the blanket, absolutely gorgeous with the white background and the Red Cross. How beautiful is that? And how heartwarming is that for someone to get one of those?
It really is heartwarming. And don't forget this beautiful Red Heart Cares cowl that I'm wearing too, that you can knit or crochet. And all of this is available on the website, which I really encourage all of your viewers to go to, redheart.com/Red Cross, where you can download the pattern to knit or crochet the blanket, which we would love to see you then donate to the American Red Cross in your local community, as well as the pillow and this really cute emergency kit, and very useful, and of course this cowl, and many, many other things. Don't forget to check in with your local American Red Cross office to see how and where you can donate your projects. And while you're on the website, if you would please consider making a very small donation of $10 to the American Red Cross relief effort, because they really do need our financial support as well as our essentials. And lastly, consider doing what I've been doing. I started my own Stitch a Hug circle in my community back in New York City. And I've invited people who have been knitting and crocheting for years, as well as those who have always wanted to learn how. And together, we're making all these projects that will then donate to the American Red Cross. And everyone, if you do get involved, and I hope you do, please post photos of your masterpieces on social media using the hashtag Stitch a Hug.
And I tell you what, when people see that, when they see the hashtag, when they see what people have been stitching, it goes viral sometimes, and really a lot of people like to participate in that. And you know, being in the news business, we see so many disasters all around the United States. Some are natural, some are not so natural. And it seems like the American Red Cross is at every one of those. And that $10 donation by one person, and it multiplies by many hundreds of thousands, if not millions, can help out so much. But what does it really mean to people going through disasters to get this kind of help?
Yes, thank you. I mean, that small donation will be so incredibly helpful. But if you, for example, your house was just flooded and you're sitting there wondering what is next, you may have lost everything, could be your darkest hours, and the American Red Cross people are there helping you, and then magically someone drapes one of these beautiful Red Heart Care blankets over your shoulders to keep you warm and comfort you. It's just incredible. They're handmade. That's just an incredible, important thing to do. And it's well documented that when you bring joy to others, the joy comes right back to you. So really, everyone benefits, especially those who are in need.
Absolutely. Barbara, you are one heck of a spokeslady for this. Now, how did you get involved with Stitch a Hug campaign?
Thank you so much for saying that. Well, unfortunately, a year ago, my brother-in-law was diagnosed with cancer, and when he started chemo, he was really suffering, and he still gets chemo. And I realized that my words were not comforting enough at a certain point, and so I whipped out my knitting needles. And by the way, I learned how to knit and crochet after I turned 50, so it's never too late to learn. Never, never, never. And I knit him a hug, and when I draped it around his shoulders that day, about a year ago, I could see he felt so loved and warmed and comforted, and it was a magical moment for the two of us, and I wrote an article about it. the good people at Red Heart Yarn saw it and invited me to be the spokesperson for this wonderful campaign.
And we appreciate the folks from the Red Heart getting involved with this. How can we get some more information on this?
Yes, thank you. redheart.com/Red Cross. The whole program is outlined there. How you can create a Stitch-A-Hug circle of your very own, how you can knit or crochet these blankets, and all of these other things, including this beautiful cowl.
Barbara, thank you so very much. A pleasure talking with you from Atlanta, Georgia today.
Thank you so much for having me.